families waiting anxiously to find out any minute now if there will be any strike action from.
Alright guys, I'm doing my second live stream of the day.
First, dinner is almost ready. And yeah, I decided to make the chicken soup because I thought
what we do know so far is if talks fail again, education workers would walk off the job tomorrow. Some Ontario schools would move online in the event of a strike. But again, this is something that we're still waiting to confirm. I did see an email from a QP worker just off to the side here that said they have reached a tentative agreement. But again, that is something we have not been able to independently confirm so far. Earlier, I did have a chance to speak to parents and approach your communities for public education.
And text me if you need to rant a little bit more.
Now people have to adjust their working situation
But
and childcare and
alright, I'm going to press for the education now. My internet?
It's challenging
My internet?
to stay on top of like all the navigating all the different situations for sure.
Once this is done, we'll
Hello, check 1, 2. Well, we were sure that they were. Come on, wait.
Check 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3, Queens Park News Conference.
They gave me one when I was doing a weather shop, so I guess just use that. Thank you so much. 87.
So what's the number?
416764. They're all 416.
They're sending me George. I don't know if George is email stream. They're sending me George shop. That's right. Well, we'll deal with that here. Ministers who are 416-764.
7594.
So in other words, 7594 now.
But I just got roasted.
I don't hear anything on that right now. That would be right. I don't hear anything on that. Is that are they programmed? Oh, half an hour?
I'm with Lisa, and she's like, are you at the right place you're supposed to be?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So there's
Really? I went in there and looked at it and all right, perfect. On Friday. So our expenses are from but they're the same thunder.
Yeah, so I just sent out an email, so I'm gonna have my
possibly up to 20 minutes.
Okay.
It's the
oh,
latest that I just got.
All right, take care. They're running
There's-
up to 20 minutes.
Up to 20
They're running a
minutes.
little.
And I will keep you posted live on the time as best I can. Thank you so much for coming on time. I really appreciate it.
So, okay, I almost moved out of Santa. I know. And you keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Thank you.
Well, it helps we all have to do. I like 2 days ago. So 2 days after. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But just roll the notes and send it on the line. Send it on the.
So we have to, we're like, how often is it? It's like, it should be like, hopefully, 2, 5, 5. But it's showing up as 0.3. And another here, another number beside us. So we end up having to go, we're like, what do you want to do? Want to go 0.7? Like, sure, jump to 0.7 and you can see it shift at the center.
Yeah. Well, that's the way the game is.
But anyway, that's the first time out.
When you came around to that day, like all the fog from the fog and the fireworks.
So 2 days after I said, I came home that night. Yeah, yeah. Woke up, I was
Oh, yeah. You guys are wrong.
first time. But I was betting on it, I'm like, it's gonna happen.
I'm surprised I didn't get it.
I'm surprised no one else got it either, that they were like,
And like, he brought me like a plate of cookies, like.
the food was really good.
And I didn't even, I got a burrito, I didn't even. And like, I'm looking at the cookies, and I'm hungry, I'm like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, man, I can't even cook cookies. It's too late to eat. I tell my kids, they're just like, hey, here's some cookies for breakfast, and I'm like, you handed it to me, guys. So like, you know, that's why I don't know. When people are like, hey, there you go. They just snap out of whatever they're going through in their life. Cookies. You should run away. So I'm like, hey. Went to a good club. From Patrick Brown with love. And that's why I didn't see like the Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna say, because that truck's the most reliable one we got.
Saying to me there. I don't remember the last time. So I have two on my truck, and actually on Thunder, it's simply hardware. So you get power and
I think they're actually taking the voice from CTV, so I'll just like another. You gotta go with live. I mean, yeah, no, we're not doing any of this.
totally live.
If we might be streaming, yeah. Takes a little longer to turn it on. Yeah, I'm very curious. Oh, we go around the gate.
You'll have to struck.
This union now represents 55
And
Check 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2. Are we in show right now, or does that start at 6?
It starts at 6.
Okay.
I can list it off.
Yeah.
Our government has been guided by a position and a belief that children need to be in the classroom, that they belong in the classroom. After 2 very difficult years of pandemic disruption, we know that there's no better place for a child in front of their educator with their friends. They've been through so much mental, physical impacts, as well as academic regression. And so the government said we would do everything humanly possible. Our premier made a commitment to do everything humanly possible to keep kids in class. And today I'm proud to confirm that the parties have come together to reach a tentative agreement that will provide stability for children, keep kids in the classroom for 2 million children who will be learning tomorrow. This is a positive outcome for all the parties. But the biggest beneficiary of this deal is our kids, who are going to have some stability and be able to stay in school with the full benefits of extracurriculars and clubs and sports, the educational benefits, the tutoring. All of this will be provided to our children tomorrow and every day as we aim to get to keep them in school. So this is a positive outcome. We are grateful to all the parties for working with the government. We've been very clear in what will guide us every day. Kids deserve to be in class, and I'm proud to confirm they will be tomorrow.
Minister, the union was demanding more services, an ECE in every kindergarten class. Did the government agree to that?
So while the deal is before ratification, I do need to respect that process. But what I can confirm is all parties, the government, union, trustees, all of us leave this tentative agreement with positive outcomes for what we were trying to advance. I think all parties have been able to receive some incremental wins. The greatest beneficiary of this deal is our kids who are going to be in school. That's what matters. This is about unions winning or government winning. It's about our kids, and they're going to be in class. They're going to be learning in class tomorrow, where frankly, they always should have been. And so I think this is a material win for working parents. They've been very incredibly patient. And I know this has been a very anxious process, but I'm happy we could provide some certainty to you that these kids are going to stay in school, that they're going to learn in school. And it is our aim to keep them there right to June.
Can you say,
Minister, did it have to come to this? I spoke with a lot of anxious parents today who said they've had enough of this uncertainty. Did it have to come to this?
You know, I think it's important that we provided a deal that keeps kids in class. I think it's been critical from day one that these kids never left the classroom. I've been very clear. I believe children deserve, they have a right to be in class. Nothing should matter more. And so I think it is important that we focus really on the positive outcome, which is the kids are going to be in class. They're going to have stability. They're going to have the supports that they deserve, and that they're going to be learning in front of their educator, which I believe is so important. So, you know, I know this has been a long road for so many families, but I think the most important outcome we could achieve today is some stability for the working parents, for the kids and the staff, all of whom are going to be learning and working tomorrow. And this is a great outcome for kids. appreciating it's been a long road, but I'm very grateful that the parties came together to keep kids in the classroom.
Minister, how long will that stability last? You have other unions that'll be asking for potentially more now that they've seen all that was offered to one of the unions as part of the public education system.
Yeah.
Can you say that this what they said
stay at the table, we're going to continue to make the case kids deserve to be in class. This has to be about our kids, not ourselves. We've got to put them first, and this government has demonstrated reasonableness. We've demonstrated we're going to focus on children, on their mental, physical, and academic success, and we put them first every step of the way, which is why we're able to deliver a deal in partnership with our other parties that will provide some stability to children in Ontario. And I think what we're signaling to everyone is a resolute kids, because no unions we have in summer will continue to be able to get a deal that keeps kids in the classroom.
Is CUPE getting that 15% over 4 years, that last offer you made? Is that what they took?
So as we just have inked a tentative agreement, we need to, of course, respect the process of ratification. What I can confirm to the people of this province is that we brought forth a deal that every party leaves the table with something that they wanted to advance. And the biggest beneficiary of this tentative agreement are our kids and our families who are going to be in school tomorrow.
Have you talked to Laura Walton?
Thank you.
Outcomes right now.
Well, that's good news for us. Like I'm now gonna get into my YouTube. Now I have to get into my YouTube channel. But first, we need to drop a link into this chat. If you guys want to see a video of Stripe being mentioned over in the UK, here's the video right now.
To watch. You are one of the funniest kids on TV. Fantastic. The jokes just didn't land. Canada's Drag Race. Canada versus the world. New episode.
By the way, guys, this could have been. So we were one. I might actually edit the title and say deal tentative. Tentative agreement. And my title right here. So I just now changed the title to say that we now have a tentative agreement that has been reached with the union. It now has to go forward to the. I think the next step it will have to go forward to the board. Apparently, it will now go forward, or will have to go forward to the members. Hey, who would be Miss Elliott and Mr. Fraser? There could be one of two things. They could either go back on strike, or we can get a deal in place and we can act. But this now opens the door. Ontario is now saying the center of gravity shifts to teachers now. They're saying that the updates will continue. The updates will continue. I mean, who knows for sure is that the updates will continue.
Police say that 2 guns, including a long gun, were seized at the scene.
Meaning the monthly updates will continue.
And I can tell you,
But really, in terms of everything that has happened over the weekend,
one person in custody currently is Anderson Lee Aldrich, 22-year-old male.
If additional suspects are identified and arrested, we will share that information with the public at the appropriate time.
You know what?
This will
Honestly,
be a
we need to
coordinated
take it
effort
down
with
because
representatives from federal, state, and local law
I'm going
enforcement
to actually
agencies.
keep I'll
There's
keep
a lot
that
of work to be done.
comment on me that we haven't given everyone an update so everybody knows. However,
It is both fair and firm.
that's good news for us because that's great if it was for Taurus or Leo, however. But if next up we could be looking at the teachers. Now that means looking at our teachers will be next.
As quickly as possible. We are a strong community that has shown
So we are really a strong community, guys. So
and we will do so.
that's the good news for us. Like we have a tentative agreement. So I have put it into the title now in my video. So I want to say good news for us. That's great if it was for us and our class and for me, for example, that does extracurriculars. We are lucky that we are getting a deal in place. Hopefully something that we can actually get for 4 years. And hopefully this will carry it. Yeah, I want to say by 2026, this will not be my problem. Like that. This has been one of the biggest deals we've seen.
No, but do we have any cold medication at all?
This has been over multiple months. We had some tentative agreement coming in.
And I was told that by tonight, the reps all have some.
We were because we were hearing the words.
Right,
Students rely
but
on.
that's not,
Today, we've reached a tentative agreement with the provincial government and the
Science
Council of
medication.
Justice Associations.
okay.
Workers will
Honey,
be
I'm gonna
exposed
get,
tomorrow.
I'm gonna get going, okay? I'm just gonna check
From
around.
the outset, workers have been the center of this movement. The central bargaining team has taken our lead from workers. We have done our absolute best to represent workers' needs and interests. And we've built worker capacity to organize and fight for what is just and for what is needed. We will continue to do that now, bringing the tentative agreement back to the frontline workers for the ratification vote. As required, the Central Bargaining Committee will recommend members accept the agreement during the ratification vote. We expect that the vote will begin on Thursday and it will be completed by next weekend. I want to speak directly to the workers, to the educational assistants, the library workers, custodians, maintenance, trades, early childhood educators, secretaries, library workers, IT, so many more, all of whom keep our schools running, who keep our school students safe, and who make sure that every single child has the opportunity to learn. You gave the bargaining team a hefty assignment, achieving real wage gains, improving working conditions, and enhancing the services our students need and our parents rely on. You poured your energy into this. You organized. You made phone calls. And you deserve so much more. I'm incredibly proud of the work that you have done. And now it's your turn to make your voice heard by the government and school boards with the ratification vote. To parents, as a mom, I'm glad your children will remain in school tomorrow and that they won't suffer the inequities of the province's proposed online learning program. The entire Central Bargaining Committee wishes we could have moved the government to make the investments in public education that you not only wanted, but that you needed and that your children deserve. That fight does not end with one setback. We will keep representing your needs and we will keep fighting for you and with you. We will keep pushing for the type of supportive, safe, and enriching schools and classes that your children deserve. We do not take your solidarity for granted. And I want to thank you on behalf of every one of the 55,000 frontline education workers in Ontario. We will continue to be there for your children to the absolute best of our abilities. I will now open it for questions. Alan, go ahead.
Hi there. So we were talking about a setback
Are we here, does that mean that the province did not give anything on services? What does that mean?
The province did not provide any money for any new services. That's correct.
And why would you accept that then?
We heard very loudly from the members. They want to have their voice heard. We are sending this in the most democratic fashion for the workers to use their voice. Quiet, go ahead.
I guess just more on Alan's question then with, we know the funding part and the salary part was reached already, but on the services part that you said the government did not provide any support for new services. We know this is obviously a tentative agreement, but how can you ensure that as a union that students and education workers themselves do have those supports, and how will you negotiate with the government to get those supports?
It's a great question, Mike, and I'm going to be very fair. First of all, it's got to be ratified by workers. This is only the first step, and the workers will use their voice, and the workers have been so amazing using their voice. But I want to also acknowledge that this is just negotiations. And the OSBC will be supporting and fighting and alongside our allies every step of the way to continue to apply pressure to this government that continues to overlook and undervalue the services that are needed in our schools. We've seen that with the autism wait list. We're seeing that with even some of the directions that will happen tomorrow. It's not so great what is happening. And so we will be there every step of the way to fight. And if that means that we have to continue pushing in the streets, if that means that we have to continue pushing at Queen's Park, it's important to know elections are one day. We need to hold politicians accountable every single day of their term. Chris, go ahead.
Hi, thanks for taking the question. So are you saying that there's no additional staffing positions beyond what the minister has spoken about previously?
Well, interestingly enough, we've all heard the minister talk about these 1,800 new jobs. I want to be clear. There is no money for any new jobs that was offered to us at any time during this period. There is no services for new jobs.
So what changed then in talks over this weekend in order to get a deal?
Basically what we've been told by this government is that they are not willing to budge any further. We are bringing it to our members to have the vote. It is time for it to be a worker-centered fight. It's always been worker-centered. It's always been worker-led. Perhaps when the members speak, this government will listen.
Isn't it an acknowledgement then that the government moved enough on salaries, that you feel that this is enough to take to your members?
This is an acknowledgement that we have reached at the bargaining table. What we are able to do is now time to have their voice heard.
I'm wondering, will people find out?
Allison?
I'm wondering, nobody's found out, so it hasn't been confirmed, but if people are going to be home and people are home, people haven't found out the news and people are home.
Contrary to what the minister has been talking about, he didn't offer anything.
Yes,
and there isn't
would be.
anything. And so at this
I don't
point,
know
we're
if the
bringing it
buses
back to
are
our
coming,
members.
but they,
The government's
we got to see what happens.
have made it clear that there was no other option and that the Treasury Board wasn't even interested in listening to any other options. So at this point, we are taking it to the members to make a decision.
And you said that you heard from your members. Did you have people reach out after your press conference last week to sort of come forward and say, hey, that actually sounds pretty good on wages. We want to vote for that. You don't need to push any further on this staffing thing. Just let us vote on this salary increase.
I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about how tentative agreements come. We had a lot of people who spoke out and said this isn't enough, or I need the services. We heard from many parents that said thank you for fighting for these services. Unfortunately, this government isn't willing to give for services. Unfortunately, this government isn't going to be protecting kids.
Right.
We are going to take this back to workers. The workers will make the final decision. If it's move forward as a collective agreement. If it's turned down, we'll be back to the table. Amit?
Laura, can you speak a bit more about wages? Because I know that, the union have been pushing for higher wages for the lowest paid education workers.
But the good news
Can you speak a bit more about, what the union has agreed with the government on when it comes to wages?
So the union has agreed to a $1 flat rate. And when I say agreed, we have accepted that as part of the tentative agreement, and the members will choose whether it's agreed to or not. This is more than we've maybe seen in public sectors, but I think it also would fall very short of what workers need in this current climate, and it still falls very short of what the minister himself received. But once again, what we feel is available at the table today. The members will have the say. The members will tell us what they need to do. If the members do not accept it, we will be back.
All right. When you filed for the 5-day notice, you said that the government's refusal to invest in services was the reason you were making this escalation. After the union had ended the first job action, you said in a letter to that the union if we were seen to be responsible for keeping kids out of school. My question is, was the union ready to talk to us this time going into another strike, a second strike? Is that why you accepted this agreement?
Yeah, I think we need to be clear. We haven't had a second strike. As a matter of fact, we've never had a first strike. We went on a political protest because this government ripped apart the rights of workers. So there hasn't been a first strike or a second strike. This would have been our first strike. The previous political protest was in response to the draconian legislation that this government put forth in an attempt to crush workers. I think, one of the things that we're always trying to monitor is what is the best route as we move forward. And it became very clear to us that the best route for us was to move forward in a way that gave workers the democratic right to use their voice. That's something that I wish was done more in many other spaces, but this has always been a worker-led fight, and the workers will let us know what they need.
So would you say that the union has conceded on services when it comes to services and investments?
No, and I want to be clear, the union is the workers. There isn't two different places. Just like the union can't close schools, that happens by school boards. The workers are
these are the largest
in what they want to do, and that is the way it should be. And we look forward to them having that opportunity.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carolyn.
Hi, Laura. So just listening to your tone here, it seems like you do not like this deal. Am I wrong?
Well, listen, as a mom, I don't like this deal. As a worker, I don't like this deal. As the president of the OSBCU, I understand why this is the deal that's on the table. I think it falls short. I think it's terrible that we live in a world that doesn't see the need to provide services to kids that they need. But we will always put workers first. We will always put our students first. And that's why there will not be a strike tomorrow. That's why we're taking it to the workers. And that's
Great Hub. What time is the Great Hub?
Completed by Sunday, a week today.
Yeah, well, I will stop.
And you've been listening to PC President Laura Walton give the latest in these developments. And first and foremost, workers will be in school tomorrow. Students will be in school for in-person learning. However, there's no essential difference in this tentative agreement than what's offered before. Walton says that the government was not willing to budge on anything further. So again, this tentative agreement was ratified by the first weekend. C2459.
I'm wondering what your thoughts are on This is a very good thing because luckily we got lucky because we got ourselves lucky because Hi Ratfink, how are you? We have just had a really intense weekend here in Ontario.
Students will be back in class on Monday after the union representing 55,000 education workers.
Ratfink, how are you?
Good evening. The tentative agreement ends uncertainty about whether students would be able to resume regular activities on Monday.
Wages have been a major sticking point in the negotiations, with CUPE also pushing for increased services. CTV's Andrew Brennan has been following this.
Got anything for the dishwasher?
A lot of parents are breathing a sigh.
Bring it up, please.
Indeed, Raheem.
Doing good, buddy. Well, I'm doing good too, Ratfink. We just had ourselves almost another strike in our school system, in Ontario schools.
some stability that will offer 2 million students so that they're not out of the classroom. Again, there are several other unions waiting a week for negotiation, so we asked him if that is something that he can guarantee.
And we're all rapping. Have you reached out to Bob and Sue yet? And tell them I'm live?
The problems along the way that they've had, will they be able to have other negotiations without having a strike mandate be a part of it? He said what he's focused on right now is seeing that kids will be in school.
Wondering what could this mean, because we're technically an hour into coverage and Rap Bank is also here, and we dropped a link into the video that I want to show everybody. Here's another video I want to show everybody. I have not. Hey, have you? I have not. Well, we don't know. I'll see if I can reach out to them via Facebook and see if they're busy. I'll see if I'll reach out to them on Facebook on my end.
It's still talking in a press conference right now. She said 2 minutes ago that as a mother, she's disappointed in some parts of this tentative agreement. What she says that the education minister would not confirm is that in this tentative agreement there is no new money, funding, or what have you for new jobs or resources, but she says this is the best deal that they could get for their workers, so they're putting it to them to vote on whether they want it.
Workers will be in schools tomorrow, and there will not be a strike. From the outset, workers have been the center of this movement. The central bargaining team has taken the lead from workers. We have done our absolute best to represent worker needs.
Hi, Sue. Just went live. Hi, Sue. I'm live on my channel now. Ron already is there. Ron! There. I have reached out to Bob and Sue and see if they want to maybe pop by.
Some air in their sails. They have people behind them.
Yeah, this is actually the first tentative deal. This is the best one that they can get.
Will other unions be involved in to seek more? And will that put parents in another spot in months to come? We'll find out about that in months to come. But for now, we can say students.
I'm really beginning to feel like that we could be looking into January or into February of 2023 because hopefully be looking at tentative agreements without the need of a strike. So it's been really overall. It's been really quiet on the labor front this year, this time around. We really all thought that this was a rough fall. Turned out it. I think we're clocking in there around. I am not. Ron, the thing, Rap Bank. Ron, are you still there? Yeah. Well, that's the one thing that's been going on in the world. Well, you know, it has been something that we have been watching for in several weeks. So it really has been a really difficult time in terms of our live streaming. We have not live streamed in, we have been streaming this technically non-stop, like pretty much since September. We have been covering this whole thing through September, from September all the way until this point, where we actually got a tentative agreement. So it was exactly 2 months ago, 2 months ago, when I started doing these updates, and after 19 updates, we got the first tentative agreement down. But we'll see what happens in the next couple of months because we were looking at possibly other unions other unions could be moving in that position soon or later. AFPO has not yet, OSSTF has not yet made a decision. We're looking at more unions coming our way.
Now it says flu levels are reaching heights not seen in years. CTV's Valley Roy reports.
I'm gonna have to go live on Facebook, move it onto Facebook because
urgent calls to vaccinate against influenza.
a lot of Facebook.
The Canadian Pediatric Society and National Advisory Committee on Influenza
Maybe I'll go live on my
children
Facebook group.
over 6 months of age get the flu shot.
Everything is open now. There's no, there is a recommendation for masking, but there's no mask mandate. And so what you're seeing is
Alright guys, I'm gonna hop off here. Hope you guys have a wonderful day and see you guys later. Bye!